So I would like you to
You would like me to do what?
I would like you to tell me what you have learned so far.
Okay, so far, the Bible of what I've learned so far, a lot of things have been communicated well, from string formatting is Python, and also writing arrays and also getting my getting data from my array. One thing I haven't learned well is calling our writing our list, like we can get from the first from 1 to 3. I want to get the second element in that data, in that variable, and to the third one. And I also noticed that if on Python, if I tell it to start with maybe the index one, like indexing in Python, I learned how to identify my indexing very well and also get data elements. And I noticed that in Python, if I tell it that I want to go from index 1:1:3, it will stop at the second index number in Python. Which I feel like in normal mathematical term, like normal English reasoning, when you say okay, I'm 1:3, 3 is actually inclusive. The third index is inclusive in my normal mentality. But then in Python, it stops at the second index. So I'm doing from 1 to 3. So a lot of things have been learned, how to different orders I should follow, right? And also it's been awesome so far. Um, Going back to the videos has been helpful, very helpful. Yeah, I'm very grateful for this training. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for sharing your insight. Today is the last class for Python programming language.
Yeah.
I just ask you guys so that I will know if you have learned Python very well, so that when we are moving forward to data analysis proper, we will not have any form of um, problem or finding it difficult to comprehend. Okay, that's why I just want to know and hear from you. Okay, so data analysis is easy. We are going to start it from our next class. It's easy. And before you start, you need to know the principle of data analysis. Okay. So thank you for sharing your insight. So I will ask Savior to tell me what you have learned so far from the beginning of Python till the end. Today is the last day of Python programming. Savior, is
Good
Savior
evening,
staying in
sir.
class? Evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Evening.
Sir, all right, all right. I've learned a lot. Like, first of all, let me just make it clear. This is the first time I'm ever taking a Python class, so I didn't have a prior knowledge to it before. So when it all started, I was kind of really scared whether I was gonna scale through, because I was like, this is difficult. More like, not really difficult, but I was feeling like this. I may not be able to cope because I've not had any of such classes before. But from what we have been doing, I've been able to cope by the grace of God. And in fact, to a point, I realized that it's something that I can actually do. If I give more time to it, I believe I'll be way better and grow more in it. If I keep on trying and keep on learning each day. So I learned different things. I learned first of all we learned what is Python. From there I learned lists, I learned indexing, I learned a whole lot of new concepts that I've never learned before. So I know the community was it's a nice one. I'm happy to be here so far. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, and today,
I
if
want
you
to
check,
say something again.
okay,
I really like
can
I really like the way you ask Coach Moses. You always break every concept down. So I said before the one the thing of variable name and identity name. Like how you went so low. The thing to us like it was very like it's a very good thing. You spent your time to explain details to us because these are things that would if we don't clarify them now, when we get to do I tax, right? Now they're having errors or okay, they're having errors. When we could have put attention to things that little details in time past. I'm very grateful for your energy, Coach Mrs. Like how you took it step by step. I'm very grateful. Something
yeah,
I really enjoyed so far. It's being
yeah,
simple and detailed. Something that I really like. Thank you very much.
yeah. I make sure to always get the best. CM Tech gave us the time, and we should not make bad use of the time. So in CM Tech, we groom our students to be the best. We do not allow the form of excuses to distract us from our studies. So I am from, like I graduated from Potion Technology. Potion Technology gave us the best, and so far, which I am grateful to God to impart same knowledge to you guys. So I want you to take your study serious because when you check on the group chat, I removed so many people on the group chat today due to they are not responding to the class, like they are not serious to what I have seen so far, because I don't see anything or any problem if I post a question and nobody is responding. It's kind of uh, I find it difficult to cope with it. Okay, and also, well, CM Tech do not just teach you just data analysis. We groom you to become a better data analysis. First of all, if you are a data analysis, a data analyst, you have to be conscious of your time. You have to work with time management. Time management is more important when you are seeking for a job and they tell you to come for an interview to at about 9 o'clock at the dot. You are supposed to be there at about 8:59, right? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes, sir.
yes,
So your time management is more essential to you. It's more proper and is a way of building yourself. And also checking your mails and messages is also important. You might have an urgent message which you need to respond to immediately, because when you seek for any job or any other thing or opportunity comes and uh, they gave you, like, you applied, you forgot about it, and few days to recruit these people or recruit uh, the employees. Okay, let me break it down to you. For example, a company wants to recruit is a worker or workers, and they don't communicate to um, the workers at immediate time. They might give them like few minutes or few days to respond, to see how they can be able to manage the time. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain.
yes, yes.
So
Yes, sir.
time management is more essential. So in CM Tech, we doesn't take it as a joke, okay? And also, For you to be here, you must be among the best. If you successfully graduated from CM Tech, you are the best because you passed through the procedure, the terms, the condition, the regulations, and all. CM Tech do not just graduate, give out certificates. We make sure every individual pass through the process. Even if it's one student graduated, we are proud of it because we give them the best. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So,
So, and are smart? You are, you are welcome. We have not been hearing from you. So, I hope you can speak now.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
So, I want to hear from you. So far, here in CM Tech, today is the last class in Python programming language. What have you learned so far?
Okay. I've actually basically some things that you've taught us so far, so been able to learn a lot, sha. Coming down from where you started from variable down to listings to slicing, um, membership of a list, and I think the last class, although I was not present, so I was able to go over them. I've been able to do some studies on them actually, though it's still required of me um to research more and also practicalize those stuff that you taught so that it can instill more. I can have more knowledge on them. So basically, that's
Okay, okay. Thank you. Try to go back to the YouTube video and make a review of it. And also, I want you guys to be serious. You are the only guys left in CM Tech. You are five. Two have gone, remaining five. I want you to make sure that you graduated because if any one of you fail to follow the regulation, you might be kicked out. Okay? I just want to advise you to always obey and follow the instruction. The instruction is not too much. Can I tell you that yeah, so like in this particular course you are offering, people are paying much. People are paying much. Okay, people are paying much. So I decided to take my time, take you guys through Python programming for data analysis for free. I don't see any essence of having some uh, excuses or finding it difficult to follow the guidelines of CM Tech. And also, today is the last class. As I just said previously, is the last class for Python programming language. So I want your time and attention when we start the data analysis course on Friday because our class will be holding from Monday to from on Monday and Friday. That is the class now. Monday and Friday, not till Friday. Monday and Friday, 2 times in a week. So we are in the fourth week. The fourth week, I want you to make sure that you complete the analysis part. You guys are ready. You guys can be certified now as a Python program, but this training is Python for data analysis. If you miss out to learn the data analysis part, you can decide to earn a certificate for just Python programming. It's fine because you have successfully completed it. You can earn your certificate for Python programming. I hope you understand what I just said.
Yes, sir. I
Yes, I do
understand.
understand.
Yes, sir.
You don't understand? Praise.
Understand, sir.
Okay. Right now, this is the last class, and this last class is class. The topic is class, and you are being you are eligible to be certified in Python programming language. Okay, so we are going to start class. And Savior, I would like you to share your screen to Google.
All right. Do that. Mm. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right.
So I want you to search for class, Python class. So so open it and someone should go through. Anita, you can go through for us. Open it. Open it first. Anita, go through for us.
Okay, okay. So Python is an object-oriented programming language. Almost everything in Python is an object with its properties and methods. A class is like an object constructor or a blueprint for creating objects. So
Okay.
creating the class, should I continue?
No, stop. Stop there.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to go. Okay, Savior, please go back. Okay, and come down. Scroll down. Okay, stop. Stop. I said stop.
Yeah, I've stopped. I stopped.
Scroll up.
Okay.
Scroll up. Scroll again.
Okay.
Okay, stop.
All right.
Stop.
Yeah, I've stopped.
Click on the last, the Python class and object. Okay, and
All right. A class in Python is a user-defined template for creating objects. It bundles data and functions together, making it easier to manage and use them. When we create a new class, we define a new type of object. We can then create multiple instances of the object type. Classes are created using class keywords. Attributes are variables defined inside the class and represent the properties of the class. Attributes can be accessed using the dot operator, e.g., my class dot my attribute.
Okay, thank you. And Savior, please. Okay, Anita, what have you learned so far? What do you understand by this word?
I would call the object entities that has attributes.
Okay,
Like I can create a class, maybe I can create class Anita, right? I cannot put okay under class and Anita is the class, the entity class name. So under it, I cannot write that okay, gender, female, attribute of Anita, female, height, 5'7",
okay, good,
complexion, dark or fair.
good,
That's
good,
where I
good,
understand it. Yeah.
good. Okay, good. You just explain it. Okay,
Thank
Savior, please, I want you to know, search for attributes. What is an attribute? After that, you also search for method. So let's see what's an attribute. Okay, Chioma, can you speak? I would like to hear from you. Can you speak? If your mic is good, can you speak? Okay, and Praise, is your mic okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now read for me what you see on the screen.
Attributes in Python are variables that belong to an object and contain information about its properties and characteristics. They can be used to represent details or facts related to the object.
Okay, good. So what do you understand? So if you did not understand, someone can also assist you, okay? I want everyone to get to know what
Can
they
I
mean
go?
by, okay, you can go.
Okay. Like it's read here, attributes in Python are variables that belongs to an object and contain information about its properties and characteristics. So remember that time when we're declaring variable name, like I can declare variable name, Anita, the variable age, and put number in front of it. So like I feel like attributes, then we had like okay, we had variables that could be numbers or strings. Like name would just be in the string quoted and numbers age is equal to 23. So we're saying that attribute of an object are just those particular actually variables that could be name, which is a string, maybe praise. Age is equals to in integer 25. Complexion, gender in string male. So like, just realize that okay, attributes of a object are variables that can be used to call that can be used to describe that object. Like
Good,
okay, like
good,
object person name is equals to praise, age, and all of that. Yeah.
good, good,
Thank
good.
you.
I love the explanation. Anita, you need a thumbs up.
Thank you.
Anita, you need a thumbs up. So I need to clap for you.
Thank you.
Wow. So don't be jealous. So Anita, I've just said it. Anita is our teacher for today. It's good.
Ah no, our teacher so please. I'm
No,
not
you
doing
said we are promoting you. So Anita, I would like to ask you a
okay, sir.
question.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Anita, are you a student?
Am I a what?
Are you a student?
I'm a student.
In what university?
Okay, I feel like okay. No, I'm done with school. I finished school last year. Yes,
You finished
just
school
last year.
last year.
Yeah.
You study what?
Surveying and geoinformatics.
Okay, good, good. Hope you are familiar with LinkedIn.
Yes, I am.
Good. Make use of your LinkedIn is more important. And Fiverr or Fiverr, is Fiverr, and up to work. Okay, make use of it. You are
Thank you,
good.
sir.
You are
Thank you,
good
sir.
in communication. You are good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And to everyone present, you also make use of it. Okay. So I'll make sure. Okay. After this training, I will set a time so that we all will review our CVs and also go through our LinkedIn. Okay. If
Okay,
time
sir. Thank you, sir.
permits.
All right,
Okay,
If
sir.
sir.
time,
I would really appreciate that, sir.
yeah, if time permits. Okay. And so if you find it difficult to understand what Anita just said, you can indicate so that we can know more of what he just explained. Okay, we can understand it properly. Okay. Do you have any question to ask? Okay, if there's no question, and Savior, can you search for method for us? Method. Python method. So, Anita, you can explain for us, okay? You can just read and explain for us.
Okay. So in Python, methods are functions that are associated with an object and can manipulate data or perform actions on it. They are called using dot notation with the object name, followed by a period and the method name. Methods are an important part of object-oriented programming in Python. So the way I understand methods to be, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, Anita. Hello. So, Anita, are you still in class? So, let me explain it for you guys. So, method is like a function. Now, group of functions make up a class. Make up a class.
Can you hear me now?
I
I
can
thought
hear
that
you.
I think I went off. Okay now. So as I was saying, in simple like methods are in Python are like actions that are
Hello. Are you having issue with your mic? Hello. So,
Perhaps it was network.
okay, let me
can everybody hear
explain.
me now?
Yes, you are going off and on.
Oh, my network. I was saying like methods are functions that my objects can perform. For example, imagine
Okay,
I have a car, right?
okay,
From the
okay.
car, I can start my engine, I can accelerate, I
Yes.
can turn my speed on. So if I want, and my car is my object, right? If I'm performing any of these actions, I'll call it the method. Maybe car start, right? Car accelerate. Yes. That's how I would define method to be in Python. Thank you.
Good, good, good. Just as you explained, still the same way. Okay. Now you have you okay. Now let's use if a family as family like family as a case study, okay? Now you have the father and you have the mother, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I
You
will
have
see
the,
for smoking. I will see.
Go with you.
okay, you have the father, you have the mother. The father has his attributes, which is his name, and the method. The father goes to work. The father provides for the house, right? These are the
Yes,
method. These are the things the father can do. Okay? It's just like the method.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now the mother has his name, his attributes, and the mother has a place in at home, which the mother has a function to cook, to take care of the children, to produce babies and all, right?
Right, right.
These are the method of the mother. So, I hope you understand it using the real life experience. Okay, I just explain it through the real life experience for you to have a good understanding of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you for the example.
so we had we have looked through attributes, class, method. You know why I decided to teach you through Google, so that I want you to have the theoretical knowledge of it and understand it before we start our programming to teach you the class. And Savior, I would like you to search for inheritance. The word inheritance.
Okay. In Python, right?
Yes, inheritance. So screw up. So Anita, you can you can need it for us.
Okay, sir. Okay. Inheritance allow us to define a class that inherits all the methods and properties from another class. Parent class is the class being inherited from, also called the base class, while child class is the class that inherits from another class, also called the derived class. I think from the word, even the parent and child, the example that is coming to mind is a family like tree. Now, as a father, right, some traits I would have, like genotype, blood group, maybe some characters, because gene is very, very strong. Do you get? My child will
Yeah,
inherit all those things. So the father, like the father and mother, they have their parents, it's called the base class. And the child will inherit properties from the parent class.
good,
That is how I understand inheritance to be.
good, 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 good,
Thank you, sir.
good. So I believe you explained it right, and also I will use other examples so that every one of us will be at the same pace. Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
so when we talk about inheritance in our Nigeria tradition, maybe your father or mother have a property, the children is when the father die or the mother die, the children is expected to inherit the property, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way the inheritance work in Python. And automatically, I will also use this example for us. Okay, your father has a name, a surname, a name which you bear as a child, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe Anita Prosper. Your father's name is Prosper, and you always attach Prosper to your name, right? So
Yes, sir.
this is inheritance.
Yes.
I believe you have the good knowledge of it.
Yes,
You
sir.
can you can explain it anywhere with just simple statements of real life examples. Okay, and I want to let you know that if you can teach it to 5 years old, you can teach it, and you are good. Remember, take this down. Always remember, even if you are not in CM Tech again, you even if you are not a member of CM Tech or you are not in CM Tech, always remember that in life, whatsoever you have in as a knowledge, if you can relate it to a 5 years old, it will be okay, but it will be good for you and it will help you a lot. Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
sir.
whatsoever you do in life, like whatsoever you learn, even if it's skills and work, if you can teach it to a little child and the little child came out the best, you are good. Okay, do not hide your knowledge. So, and I want you to go through, okay, now we have seen the parent class and the child class. Savior, hello Savior.
Sir,
So I want you to um, check super class, the super class, Python's super class in Python, the super class. So, okay, now, and, and I'm sorry for always calling you Anita. So I want you to tell me to go through this particular what you understand and also explain it for us. And okay, and Savior, can you uh,
Thank you, sir.
screw up? Okay, now leave it. Okay, Anita, you can go through for us.
Okay. In Python, the super function is used to refer to the parent class or superclass, right? It allows you to call methods defined in the superclass from the subclass, enabling you to extend and customize the functionality inherited from the parent class. So the best way I understand this as is imagine, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Okay, imagine I have class, a super class called animal, right?
Okay.
Animal has different attributes and methods common to all animals. Like a animal can move, they can eat and all of that, right? And then that animal is called that animal is called the super class, right? But then I
Yeah.
cannot have a subclass, which is a dog, inheriting the attributes and method from the animal super class, but adding its own unique attributes and methods. Like now, it's not all animals that can behave like a dog. A cat and dog
Yes.
are two different things. They have
Yes.
their different methods of behavior. Actually,
Okay, good.
I don't said it in my own words. Thank you, sir.
So, so far you did a lot to explain it to us. As you just said it, that is how it is. Okay,
Okay,
I
sir.
want
Thank you,
you
sir.
to understand it very well. Savior, Chioma, Arismat, and all. That is that is super class. So in super class, okay, let's use human as a case study. Human belongs to mammals, right?
Yes, sir.
Mammals is the super class.
Yes,
In
sir.
human is the subclass.
Yes, sir.
And okay, okay. So mammals. In mammals, we have different animal that is inside mammals. Okay, humans is inside the mammals, and you have the way. Way is a mammals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Where is
mama.
mama?
They give birth to their
So
younger ones alive. Yes.
yes, so I believe you understand it right now. Okay, it's not difficult to explain, Abi.
Yes.
Yes.
More speak pidgin English. No be
Mm.
English more don dey scatter scatter scatter. More come to reality. We dey
Exactly.
learn. So
It's really
wow.
nice reality.
So today, okay, can you search for me Python initialization? Okay, before we start the class properly.
So this is what the code came out to.
Okay, no, not this. I don't need this. Okay, search for Python underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Okay, look at it. The first, not, you just pass it. Okay, look at it. So you search for it. So click it or click the first or second, okay, so that we can go through it. So, Anita, can you talk
Okay.
about this for us?
Okay. Init method in Python is used to initialize object of a class. It is also called a constructor. It is like a default constructor in C++ and Java. They are used to initialize the object state. The task of constructor is to initialize or assign values to data members of the class. When an object of the class is created, like method, a constructor also contains a collection of statements or as instructions that are executed at the time of object creation. It is run as soon as an object of a class is stated. So if I want to explain this in layman, hope you can hear me please. In
Yes, we
layman
can hear.
terms. So I feel like what init does is to just it is just start create a okay is to I don't know what's the best way to do it. Is to like set up a particular class that we're creating. Like is to just initialize like to start it to initialize it. Okay, for example now I have a class bank account, maybe like class name bank account. Then I can now put in my attributes or pass in other things I want to pass into the class, right? I would use the init function in Python. to put in those attributes in my class. The same way if I have a class name, a class person, right? I can do the this init function and then
Okay. Anita, Anita, are you done? Your mic went off.
oh, I was saying that, can you hear me now? Ah, something
Yes, I
wrong with
can
my
hear you.
network. I was saying that to initialize my class, right? Like to put in attributes to that class, I call my init method in Python. Like now, I was saying that if I have a class person, right? I'll put the init, define def init, then I'll put in the attribute I want to define under that my class person. In bracket, I will now put self. The self is my that object name, right? Maybe like name, comma, age. To declare such, to declare all these variables, right? I'll use the init function in Python, init method in Python. Then all the attributes I want to call in my class person, I'll put it in parentheses, inside the bracket, and put everything inside. I put self comma all the attributes I want to call. Name, maybe name, age, gender, and all of that. Then under it, I can now call in all attributes that name is equals to this, age is equals to that, like that kind of thing, sure.
Good, good.
Thank you, sir.
Just explain it. You explain it right, okay?
Hi.
Just explain.
Anita, you are good.
Oh, wow. Savior, you need
Yeah.
more work. You need more study, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to study. I just like the way Anita said it all, okay?
Yeah.
And it shows that he's doing well and he read a lot. Okay. Nice one, nice one, nice one.
Thank you, sir.
Initialization. Okay, let me break it down to our level. Okay, I know Anita is just speaking English for us, and some of us might find it difficult. So let me break it down for us. Now, okay,
Drama.
hello, hello.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, Coach Moses. We can hear you.
Okay, now,
Okay.
okay, let me use this method for us. As a person,
Yeah, we
as
can
a
hear you.
person, okay, as a person, right? You have a name, right? Hello.
Yeah.
As a person, you have a name.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We're with you. We're with you very much with you,
Yes.
sir.
You have a
Okay.
name.
Yes.
Now, maybe you are in class. For them to recognize you, they they we always call you by your name, right? Not hello person.
Yeah.
I hope you understand. That is the
Yes, sir.
initialization. For
Yes,
them
sir.
to reach, if you are in class, they cannot call you person. They will call you your name, right?
Yes.
Because your name is already in registered. I believe you understand.
Yes.
So the register is the initialization. Okay, you have to register you have to register your name with the school so that the school will always recognize you with your name. That is initialization. I believe you understand it.
Yes, sir.
Anita,
Yes, sir, I do, sir. Thank you for that
okay.
explanation.
So Chioma and Praise.
Yes, I.
So good. So let's start this class now. And so let me share my screen. We are going to write few codes so that we call it the end of Python programming language and move to data analysis proper. Hello, I hope you are seeing my screen right. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I can see it. I can see your screen.
Because I can see your screen.
So this is our notebook. This is the notes we have been working on. This is where we started from function. Here we look out how we can declare a function and all. So we are in class. We are in class. Now we are going to look at how we can write a class. So we have to connect our notebook. So Python Python class. Okay, that is today's topic. Now, okay, and in our last class we talked about how we can create a function. So, and Savior, how can we create a function? Savior, hello, Savior.
Sir, sir. Yes, sir.
How can we create a function?
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to say a function is is used for a specific to carry out a
No.
specific. Okay.
What do we write to this?
Okay, it's def. Def. We define. We do def.
Okay, thank you, Choma. So it's dev.
Def.
For the system to recognize this function you are creating is dev. So now, in the case of class, before you can write a class, you have to mention it as a class so that the system will recognize. Now we are going to write a program use of the super class. So we are going to use the father and mother as the super class as an example. Okay, so so let's start working on it. So for us to declare a class, we have to call it class. Then we have to call it father. This is our class. So father is our class. Then we declare our function def. Then what do we want it to do? We initialize it. We always initialize it first. So using the init. So the self, we have initialized it, and we want to we want the system to print the self dot name, the father's name. We want it to print self dot father's name. We want to get the father's name. Okay, we are going to use self dot father's name. So when you are declaring a class, this self will always be mentioned. You always pass in the self as a parameter so that the system will be able to initialize whatever you want it to initialize. Okay, as we go forward, we'll see more about it. This is where you initialize. You must make sure you add the self, then initialize whatever you want to initialize. So we are just checking on the father's name. So we want it to give us the father's name. So we are creating the function now, and which we want it to write it as a string. Okay, now this is okay like this for us. Now we are going to copy this. We are going to copy this now. We are going to paste it. We are going to change it to mother. So this is mother, and we need the mother's name. Mother's name. So we are going to run this, and we are going to run this. Okay. Now, okay, we are going to look for, we are going to create a subclass. We are going to create a subclass, which is a child class. Remember, we talked about the superclass and the subclass, right?
Yes.
So we are going to create a subclass, and now let me give it a variable name, a comment, which is subclass. So subclass, so this is the child class. Now we are going to declare a class now, calling the class. Then we are going to say son. The son, will carry the father's and mother's uh, attributes, or yes, the father's names. Okay, so now I'm going to pass in the father, comma, and the mother. So this is it, and we are going to create a def, then initialize it. So we are going to initialize it now. So then we are going to say self. We are going to, okay, we should not initialize. Now we should just leave it like this. I don't want to initialize it now. Okay, I want it to give us a name, then pass a variable, a variable of string, then like this, and we are going to declare a function again, a function which is self, then show. We are going to use show the self. We are going to show the self, the father's name and mother's name. Okay, the father's name and mother's name, because it will inherit the father's attribute, that is the self, the father's name and the mother's name. I believe you understand what I'm doing.
Yes, I'm listening.
Hello. So we are referring to the mother's name. You know, we initialize the self, and which the self is the father's name, and the self is the mother's name, and we call the son and pass in a variable which inherits the mother's and the father class. Then we assign a variable called name and passing string. Then we declare a function which will show the self. Then thereafter we want it to print my name is self.name, my father's name is like that. Okay, so this is how we want to do it. Then we are going to do it like this. Okay, and I'm going to write it like this. My name is, okay. So we are going to call the self dot name. So and we are going to pass in the self dot name. So self dot name, and we are going to print my father's name is, then we call in the self dot name, father's name, self dot father's name. So this is a class, and just like we are creating a separate code which we are going to be calling every time. Okay, so we are going to say my name, my mother's name, okay, is, then we are going to pass in the self. We are going to call the self because that is what we use to initialize at the beginning of the code. Okay, so I believe you understand it. Okay, Anita, I believe you are flowing with it. Hello, Anita. Savior, are you in class? Hello, Savior, are you with me? So it's Savior is not in class. Anita, are you with me?
I'm with you. Yes, I am.
Okay, now we are going to run it. So let's see what my error is. So my error is, okay. Anita, can you tell me what's my error?
So I was kicked out, just came back.
Okay, Anita, can you tell me what is my error? What do you observe is my error? Okay, we are dealing on error debugging. Okay, so that I want you to know. Anita, okay, Anita is not in class. What do you observe is my error?
Please, I'm trying to join again. My network has been acting up. Please let me join
So
again.
I
Okay,
don't know. I think the error is in the last print. There's supposed to be a comma
okay,
before
good. You guys,
the comma.
good. You observed very well. It's right. You are right. It's a comma. So my code is running now. So we are going to look for the son. We are going to print the son. You know, we declare a son, father and mother, and we are going to call the name. Then we are going to call the father's name, and we are going to call the mother's name, and then show. Okay. Now, so let's create a new tab and we are going to say, okay, let's see, we are going to use a word called details as a variable name, details, and we are going to pass in son, because if you check here, we declare the variable name called son, and we pass in the father and mother. Now we are going to call the self dot name, the details dot name, okay, details dot name. So why we call the son, we assign the son to details so that we can easily call them. Okay, so let me run this. So now i'm going to call I'm going to print out every attribute of the son. Okay, now we are going to say details dot son. It's just like a method. Okay, we have already declared the function and we are using a method called details, details, which it will be father's name, mother's name, like that. Okay, we are going to use the father's name, then we are going to pass in the father's name. We are going to give father's name. Okay, um let's say michael michael. So we are going to look for the son's name. Okay, the son's name, let me put the son's name at the beginning. So I'll say the dot name, which is the son's name, and we are going to pass the variable called the name of the son. Let's say the name of the son is, or let's use, okay, Ari Smart, Smart, Ari Smart. And now let's look at the mother's name. Let's say the mother is Anita. The mother's name, the mother's name is Anita, because Anita is very active in class now. Anita, I hope you guys are following. Hello?
Hi, hi,
Hello?
hi.
Okay. So we are going to run it. Now, we are going to print everything, which we declare a variable called show. So automatically it will show everything, the details of the uh, father's name, the mother's name, because we have just assigned it, and we are going to say details dot show. Okay, I'm coming. So we are going to say details dot show, details dot show. It will show every details. Okay, so look at it. What do you understand by this? What do you understand? Hope you understand. If you don't understand, tell me so that we'll go through again. Anita, I hope you understand. Hello, Savior. I hope you understand how we got to this side.
Yeah. So it's yeah,
Huh?
yeah. It's clear.
Okay,
It's
you
clear.
understand.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, good. So, we have to assign a name to the name, and we have to assign a name to the father's name and also to the mother's name. Then we call the the function which we use as show, so that it will show every details of his father, okay, and mother. Okay, so we have done this now, and okay,
Yeah.
so what will you like us to look through again? Can you do an assignment for me, or we should end here because this is a class I just show you as an example, or we should do more example of it? Should we do more example of class, or
I
we
don't
should
mind
end
more
here?
examples. I don't mind more examples of it, sir.
Okay, okay, you need more
Uh,
examples.
no, she says she doesn't mind more examples of it. So
Okay,
me too.
so
I think the examples are well.
let's do another example, okay? Let's do another
Okay.
example. So we are going to create, okay, we need more examples, okay? Now let's create another example. So this is example 2. Example 2. So after this, we call it a day and say goodbye to Python programming. So we are going to call a class, which we are going to name it as a person, a class of a person, and then so init is our initialization, and we are going to pass in our self.name, because we must pass the parameter self.name. So we have to call the self. Now this time around, the person has to have a name, age, and gender. So we are going to pass a name, we are going to pass an age, and we are going to pass in gender. Okay, so this is what we want the persons to have. So we are going to call self dot name, and we are going to pass in self dot age. Now once we pass in the self dot name, we are going to assign it to name, and we are going to assign the age to age. Okay, now we are going to search for self dot gender, and we are going to pass in gender. So now we want the to create a function to greet, and we are going to pass in a function, then we are going to name it greet. then we are going to print the greet, which is print hello. Okay, hello. mm, we are going to say hello data analysis.
I cannot see Coach Moses' screen again. Is it just me?
I'm seeing it
Yeah.
too. Anything I can
Okay,
see.
okay. I thought it was just me. Eh?
No, I'm seeing it, but I think he's actually kicked out because I can't hear him say any word. Although the
His screen is
screen,
currently blank
no,
on
it's
my
for me.
device.
For me, it's static. Like it's just static, the same way it was before he
Oh,
left.
okay. So probably his network.
Yes. Yeah, it was network. He was kicked out. I guess he will log in back.
I was kicked out by network. Hello, I'm sorry, I was kicked out by network.
Right. Welcome back, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back.
So this is where I stop. Anita. So this is where I stop. And we are creating a class of a person. Then we want the person to greet. And we want to create a class of a student also. Okay. Now we are going to pass in the person's details, which is the name, the age, and genders. Okay. Then that's all. We are going to write the function. Then we are going to pass in the self. Okay. self and comma name comma age and gender. No, okay, gender, and we are going to pass in student ID, student student ID, and we are going to pass fees. So this is all the details we need from the student, and we are going to pass self dot student ID, student ID. Then we are going to assign it to student ID, and we are going to call this self dot fees, and we are going to assign it to fees. So we are going to print or create a function called greet hello students. It will greet hello students. Okay. Hello, are you in class? Hope you guys are following.
Yes, sir. I'm in class and I'm following.
Hello, I don't hear you.
I said yes, sir. I'm in class and I'm following.
Okay. So Anita, hope you understand it, what I just did. Hello. Hello, Anita.
Yes, I do. I understand. I understood what you just did.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Choma, what did you say? Let me read the chat from Choma. He said, why is self always in bracket, but you don't print the self? Okay. Now, the self, I don't print the self. Why? Because it's just like the initializing part of it. It's a noun that you must pass in the self. So the initialization comes with self. So when you initialize, you pass in the self, then you mention any other thing you want to mention. I hope you understand. So then we are going to, okay, so we are going to look out how we can print, and we are going to print the self. No, we are going to print the hello student, hello student, hello student. Then let us run our code. This is our code we have just created. Now we want to assign values to what we have created, the names, the age, gender, the ID, student ID, and all. So we are going to declare a variable called student. Stu. We are going to use this stud as a variable name. Then we pass in student because because our class name is student. We are going to assign it to students. Okay. So if you do not understand, try to go back to the video and have more knowledge concerning this class. So we are going to pass in the name Gabriel. We are going to pass in the age of 56, and we are going to say male, male, and we are going to pass in the student ID, and the student ID is uh, 678, and we are going to pass in the fees, and we are going to say this fees is okay. Let's write it in string. We are going to say 1 million naira. 1 million. Okay. Now we are going to run it. We are going to run it. So we come down here. We are going to print the grid. We are going to print this grid. We are going to use student, a student dot grid as we have defined it before in our subclass. So we are going to run it. Okay, we are going to run it. So we are going to also um, create a variable called person. So it has already greeted us. So hello students. Now we are going to call the
Hi.
person. Hello students. Hi. So hello data analysts. You are not a programmer, a Python developer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You are not yet a data analyst. So we are going to print the person. So let's see person. We are going to declare a variable called person1, which we are going to assign a person to this, and we are going to pass in Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel. We are going to pass in Gabriel and then his age. Okay, let us copy this. So this is what we are passing, and we are going to say we are going to greet. We are going to tell the system to greet it for us. Now we are going to say person one dot greet, and we are going to run it. Let's see. So this is it. It said hello data analyst. Now we want, let's see how we can print our student. So let's see how we can print our student. So let's call the stud. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. Dots. We are going to pass in student ID. This is how we can check for student ID. No, we check for student ID. Okay, I'm coming. ID, because my variable, my name is not correct. That's why it gave us an error. So this is 67. So we let's write it through a printing format. Now we are going to use our print format. Let's say print. Then we have already called our variable name before, so we are going to use the f string. Now we are going to, okay, my name is, my name is, then we pass in student. What are we going to pass in? Student dot, we are going to pass in stud dot name. Okay, stud dot name. Okay, so let's copy this and comma, my age is, then let me paste it. Then we are going to pass in the age like that. My gender is, and we are going to pass in gender and we are going to say with a student ID of, and I'm going to cut it and delete this. And we are going to pass it. So now let's see our result. So we are going to check for our errors, why my errors is coming out. So let's check what have we done wrong. It says student has no attribute name. Okay, now let's check for name. Student not name. Okay, it has students. Okay, student has no attribute of name. He has an attribute of name. Okay, we did not call the name. We did not call the name, but let's run it. So I'm coming. So let's pass in this. Let's say self dot name. We are going to pass in name. Okay. We are going to say self dot age. We are going to pass in age. So let's say self dot gender. We are going to pass in gender. So let's run again. So I'm coming. I don't really know why it's not working. My network, I don't know why my network is not running. Okay, okay, students is not defined. We are going to run this. So we are going to run this, and we are going to run this. We are going to run everything here, and let's see our results. So, have you seen it?
Yes.
Yes.
So, it said, my name is Gabriel, my age is
52.
60,
56.
56. My gender is male with a student ID of 678. So, this is all about class so far. And we thank God for the journey. We thank God from day one, from variable to the end of the class. So
Thank you, sir.
that is all we have for Python programming here in CM Tech. So on Friday we are going to data analysis proper. We will look out from NumPy, NumPy. So I will recommend you guys to check our advanced class YouTube video. Go through the playlist advanced class, watch NumPy and all, so that when you come to class, you will be able to understand it, the concept and all. So I have talked about NumPy in previous class. Okay, so try
Yes, sir.
to go through it because we are going to start from NumPy to pandas. We are going to learn pandas. We are going to use matplots to visualize, and we are going to see how we can use Seaborn. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, sir. I'm with you, sir. Mm.
So have you heard about NumPy, pandas,
Yes,
and
sir.
matplots?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I've heard of NumPy.
So so we are going to check out on that. If time permits, I will create a class which is Excel for data analysis, our upcoming training and program, Excel for data analysis, Tableau for the data analysis, and Power BI. But if time permits, I will also introduce you to guys to inside to those tools to Power BI, but I will not introduce you to Excel and all. Okay, or those ones are separate classes. Okay, and
Right.
Anita, I hope you heard what I just said. Praise. I hope you heard what I just said. Hello. Praise. And Choma, I hope you heard what I just said. Choma. Okay. Okay. And Savior,
Sir?
I hope you heard what I just said.
Yes, sir.
So I'll call it a day. See you
Okay.
in class on Friday.
Right, sir.
Do have a nice day.
You too, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.